And we're live. This is the second episode of the Exquisite Boys. Welcome back, everyone. As you can see, we have
Howdy.
a new guy with us
Howdy.
today. His
Yeah,
name's Dylan. Here's this little handsome fella over here. Give him a little
handsome,
wave.
nice and handsome.
Yeah, he's from the south, just
Rat
like me.
bastard. Who do you think you
Um,
are, Dylan? Coming late.
I'm
Not
from
even
I'm
here on
from
the first.
Idaho.
Not even
yeah,
here
he
on the
wasn't.
first podcast. God.
Yeah, he
Yeah, right.
he
Poser.
was actually he was actually kind of a stand-in. Our Molly user actually overdosed.
Unfortunately.
Yeah, he's
Yeah.
at the hospital right now, so I'm
Yeah.
filling in for him.
Yeah, all of our
Yeah.
shorts,
If
all
you
of our
guys
money
didn't-
from shorts is going to his fund. Actually, no, it's going straight to our bank
Yeah.
accounts. He'll be fine.
Yeah, Dylan's actually not getting paid for this as well.
No, he's not.
Yeah.
No. But yeah, so I actually wanted to talk about something from last episode. Justin Roiland. I found some new interesting stuff about him. For those of you who aren't aware about the whole Justin Roiland situation, the kind of short version of it, he was basically was abusing his ex-girlfriend through domestic abuse and false imprisonment. And in the context of that, that basically means you're not allowed to leave my house, right? And he's being
Yeah.
charged with it, and he has a court hearing on April this year. So it's pretty serious stuff. Well, apparently there's some leaks coming out there, and take it with a grain of salt. But our creator of Rick and Morty has found an interest in minors. Um, he
Oh, you haven't, wait, you
he
haven't seen the Twitter DMs?
I have not. No,
Oh.
he's deciding to get swifty with the minors,
Unfortunately,
and it's pretty bad.
It is. I've seen it. I've been seeing it for like the last few weeks. Like, oh my god. I mean, he's been trying to
Yeah.
raise him up. He has been failing horrendously. It's actually astonishing just how badly he is able to riz up minors. He's like, "Oh, I wish you were like 10 years older." And then they're like, "Haha, okay. Lol, I guess." And then they just
Yeah,
it's
Spoken from a true professional at risen children.
absolutely.
Yeah, no,
And
that's, yeah, no, definitely.
it's horrible, man. Because the part that killed me was he was talking in the Morty voice. He's like, geez, I don't know about this, right? He's talking to him. He's physically typing that out, and that's just cringe, you know. And then he'll be like, he's like, oh, here's one. This is it. Is it cool being a jailbait? Does the FBI follow you around, arresting all men you sleep with? And it's like, who the fuck says that to? Okay,
That's
first
flattering.
yeah, who says that
Like,
to a minor? Go ahead.
He does.
oh no, I mean it's just like he'll be like, "Oh yeah, no, I wish you were like 10 years younger." And then people are just like, "Okay, that's cool. I'm like that. Yeah, haha, well, it's so incredibly embarrassing cuz like I don't even know. I don't even know what to say. It's just he can't even riz up a minor.
I know
That's
it's
crazy.
it's like why it's like who talks to somebody like that, man? And take this with a grain of salt. It could be fake, man. But here's another one, and this is how it's typed out. Oh yeah, sorry, Dash. At the airport, it's insane in the membrane. What time is it there now? Oh, so right. It's so right, and me so Chinese.
I have
God,
school
it is
tomorrow. I have school tomorrow. Frowny face, frowny face. I'm
it's
looking at the
awful,
same
man.
one. This one's so bad.
You guys gotta
Yeah,
take notes. That's how a real gentleman gets women.
exactly, man.
Well,
That's
sorry, girls, little girls.
Yeah.
literal. Yeah, no, I'll tell you what, man.
We all
I
condone this
do need some
behavior.
lessons from him.
We do
Yeah, no, absolutely not. It's pretty interesting though, because I'll tell you what, I'm a pretty big fan of the show Rick and Morty. I don't really care for solar opposites though. It's just like if you want to make another Rick and Morty show, just make Rick and Morty. But yeah, no, it's pretty interesting because he's the one of the co-creators of the show, and he voices Rick and Morty in the show, and a bunch of other characters. And Adult Swim actually fired him. Um, so it's going to be pretty interesting how they're going to replace him because you can't just replace somebody iconic as him. And as much as I don't like his meta humor, um, I'll tell you what, man, he definitely his voice is a staple of the show. You know, just hearing Rick go like, oh,
Well, to be honest,
Absolutely, yeah.
Lord knows they're not going to have trouble finding people who can do Rick and Morty impressions. That's not going to be hard to find at all.
No, they shouldn't. I should actually apply for the role because
Yeah, man.
Yes.
You guys want to hear my Rick impression?
Yeah.
Go for it.
Absolutely.
Morty, we gotta change voice actors, Morty. It's just us and Roland. He sleeps the kings, Morty. We can't do that.
I can't stay away from children, Morty. I can't stop looking at him, Morty.
Jeez, Rick, I don't know about this.
Jeez, Rick, I don't know. Maybe you shouldn't be talking to minors on the internet.
Jeez, what about the women he beat, Morty? No one cares about that, Morty. No one cares. That bitch had it coming. That bitch had it coming. Just the way she was dressed, Morty. Morty, Rick, I don't think he could say that. Oh, shut up, Morty. Shut up, you Jackson. Your grandpa's gonna beat you just like that bitch, Morty. But yeah, no, it's pretty weird. I'll tell you what, it's the whole situation is pretty fucked, and it's actually really interesting, the court case. I've following it, I've been following it, and in the last couple of days, I saw that they had they've sealed everything shut. For example, the lady who's taking them to court is obviously staying incognito, right? She's Jane Doe, but in terms about the court case, though, it's completely sealed. Like normally with court cases in the U.S.,
There's
public
some
records,
public.
right? Sometimes they'll make it like, especially with minors involved as well. Obviously, this chick isn't a minor, the one who got abused, but minors involved, they'll almost always like hide the information from the public, right? I forget the exact term for it, but they'll seal them.
Yes.
With this one, they're doing the same exact thing, and I'm like, holy crap, dude. It's been taken pretty seriously, and from what I've heard online too, is that apparently in 2020, when the whole situation got reported, right, and the charges were being brought up, I guess Justin Rowland and his legal team were like pretty positive that the DA was gonna drop the case and everything, right? And to shock them, they're like, nope, you're taking your ass is going to court in 22. It's whack, man. It's crazy how somebody's career can just fall flat just like that. You know what I mean? Because he was the co-creator with Dan Harmon,
Absolutely.
and it's just
Well, and it's not like it fell. He totally destroyed it. He's a piece of shit.
It's just like, I don't know. There's just something about becoming like popular on just like in general, and then just becoming a pedophile. Like what caused, like there's got to be like a medical syndrome or something. Like what causes people to like, I don't know.
Well, because there's an absurd amount of people who become popular and then they get exposed as like talking to minors and they're like pedophiles and stuff.
Yeah, it's not hard being a good person, and it's pretty. It's a good point, because there are a lot of public figures out there who go out are being exposed to talking to minors. Like, for example, Call Me Carson. That's the one I can think of at the top of my head. It's like, again, she was 17. That's not the end of the world, but it's like, dude, you should know better.
How old was he though?
Oh,
He was
God,
19.
he's like. No, he wasn't 19 at the time. I think he
wasn't
was
he?
like in his 20s or yeah. Let me see.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, let me see how old Call Me Carson is. But yeah, she was 17, which not the end of the world, right? I know that he's 23 years old, so I think he was 21 at the time, or 22, right? Because this wasn't like super recent, the whole thing.
Has he said
But,
anything about it since? Or has he just completely disappeared since then?
He disappeared for a while. I don't know if he made like a little comment about it. I'm not sure, but he disappeared for a while, and I think he was saying he was getting therapy or whatnot, and something like that. And then he kind of made a slow comeback. And as far as I'm aware, I'm not a fan of his. I wasn't a fan of his to begin with, but
Me neither.
I think he's coming back slowly. Kind of like the whole Mini Lad situation too.
Well, yeah, that's what I was
where
gonna say. And it's not just Mini Lad; it was multiple people from the Vanos crew that were caught talking to minors.
Wait, who else?
Yeah,
was
it was Louis Caliber, Mini Lab. Yeah, it's interesting.
Wait, really? Louis?
Louis had like
Louis.
he had like a wife and a kid.
I don't
Holy
really. I
shit.
don't think
Yeah,
he had a
no,
wife.
he had a
I
wife.
thought he.
I know damn well. I saw a picture of that shit. There's no fucking way.
Oh wait, no, yeah, give it to me. I thought that was healing. Give that to me. I thought that was
But
healing.
yeah, he got caught on Discord having a conversation. I don't know if it was multiple or if it was one, but it certainly was one, at least with a minor. And he was asking,
Yeah.
I don't like for pictures or
After this. Oh my god.
he was asking for.
I don't know.
Right. He also had the kind of the same Justin Roiland thing too, because I think one of his girls or whatever he was with, he like I don't know if he like physically abused her, but I'm 100% sure he did emotionally abuse her. You know, like degrade her and whatnot the whole time. And I think that came out, and that's kind of part of the reason why he disappeared too. Plus, also he said I did this for the money. You know, because he was doing those Pokemon Go live streams, and he said I just do this for the money. I don't really enjoy doing YouTube.
Well, and
I
he
saw
said that
that.
on all of his GTA playthroughs too. He was very arrogant about how he talked to his fans, and he was like, "I don't owe you guys anything," you know.
Are we still talking about
It's
Louis
like-
or Minnie?
Yeah,
Yeah.
we're talking about Louis Caliber.
Actually, you know what surprised me? Because I watched fan house shit back in like 7th grade, and that's what probably like that's about 6 years ago now. I didn't even realize he's like a full blown musician now.
Yeah.
He's like
Yeah,
a
his
successful musician. It's like really surprising.
Don't.
It's pretty interesting the whole ranks thing.
And he still
I don't
does
really
gaming
care about
too, I
his
think.
I don't really care about his music too much. Because again, I grew up watching him as well. Actually, I don't watch Vanos anymore, but have y'all seen that Louis making a comeback now too in the channel?
Nope.
Like he's showing up
Yeah,
in more
he's in
videos.
some videos nowadays. Yeah.
Yeah, and I'm like, that's pretty interesting because I'm just kind of like, do you think they wouldn't let him back on with all the allegations against him? But again, I guess you can just disappear, not say anything, and come back, and I guess people forget about it.
And they weren't
Um,
super public. I was always
Yeah.
Louis Caliber was always one of my favorite YouTubers. I didn't find out about it until you told me.
And yeah,
You'd
no,
think
I
it would
didn't
be
find
all
out
over social
until-
media.
I didn't find out
Literally
until
just put out,
just
yeah.
now. Yeah.
Pretty
It
much.
relatively got buried.
Yeah. Yeah, I think around the same time with the Mini Lad blew up. Everyone on the internet knew that, and I think Mini Lad kind of covered up his whole situation, with that. But no, it's all sad with both. I don't really care for Mini Lad. Before there was that drama with him and Terrorizer, when I guess Mini Lad was kind of for some context. I guess Mini Lad was just wanting to leave the Vanos gaming brand because he wanted to do his own thing, right? And I get that, but then he started talking trash about him too on like public live streams and Terrorizers. Like, hold on a second, that's not what happened. And then that whole beef started, and then it was leaked that he was talking to underage women and sexting them too. And it's like, dude, what the fuck? How hard is it to date people like who aren't elite, who's not gonna get you fucking thrown in jail?
Mm-hmm.
You know?
Exactly.
That reminds me. There was also what is his name? EDP.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
no.
Oh,
That's
yeah.
tragic.
Yeah.
I was just going to get a cupcake.
That's tragic.
Except that's
Dude, that's
That was
tragic,
like-
man.
That was the funniest interaction I've seen, like, just ever. He's just like, "Oh, it's just coming to get a cupcake."
But apparently,
Well, because
also,
EDP,
Yeah,
he
man,
was
that's
the guy
EDP
who,
was
like-
around for a long time on YouTube. He's been doing it for like over 10 years. And then
Oh, yeah.
all of a sudden, I don't remember when it was like a year or 2 years ago, he got hit with the popularity and he was just on a steady decline. And for quite a while, he might have been one of the most popular people on the internet. And
He was
then
on every meme that you can find when you scroll.
yeah, and then on his height, like at his height of popularity, that's when he got exposed with the allegations, and it was just like a steady decline up and then just straight down. Yeah, he crashed. That was one of the hardest crash and burns of any like internet
Yeah.
celebrity ever, really.
Oh yeah, yeah.
But
That was. Go ahead.
so yeah, there was the one. Have you heard about the one? Can't remember when it was, but there was one against Dream.
Oh,
well.
Oh,
That one I heard a good bit
I
about,
think I
yeah.
barely know that one.
No, I heard
So-
more than enough
So
about
the
that.
context behind that, there was I don't know what it was on, like WhatsApp or something, or like some kind of thing. But
Yeah.
it wasn't like hard evidence. It was more like it could easily been faked, but it was like he was flirting with a girl who was 17. And,
I saw more than enough about that. Yeah, I'm
Yeah.
not like a chronic Twitter user, but I use Twitter enough, and I read more than enough about that shit. honestly,
Yeah, I'll definitely give
it
that to
seems
you
pretty
if you want.
fucking likely that he did it. I wouldn't be one bit
Yeah.
surprised. But also, that's
Has
just because I
anything?
just don't like Dream very much. I just
That's fair.
don't like
I
him.
don't care to follow him, but
Yeah.
I don't know if anything happened because the last thing I heard was like this is not real, and there was like it wasn't even audio clips. It was literally just screenshots that couldn't really prove it was him in text messages, and then all he said was, "I'm getting my lawyer, and I will see you in court," and that's the last I heard.
Yeah, that's the last I heard as well. Honestly,
So-
I listen. I just don't. I don't like him very much. That's my like thing. I don't like him in the first
Yeah.
place. He's just
fair.
like, I don't like his content very much. I'm a hater, simple as.
Yeah.
But
It won't.
I wanna see
Also,
his
But
like-
but
downfall.
Trust.
oh, no.
it's also kind of funny how like the second he reveals his face and then he's at like the height of his career, all these allegations suddenly just appear, right?
yeah.
Like a lot of people make fake allegations as soon as they know someone who got famous, which really sucks. But I mean, it could have been that case, could have not been. I have no idea. I don't follow it, but yeah.
Yeah, that's a big thing nowadays too. And you're innocent until proven guilty. And DMs are pretty easy to fake. With the Justin Roiland thing, I completely I believe it. I don't I what
There's
I
just
believe it,
too
man. That
much-
dude's pretty
there's just
pretty
too
weird.
much against.
At this point, he's not even trying
Yeah.
to hide it.
I know.
Like, it's crazy.
Yeah.
Give that to me.
The
Well,
whole
on
dream
top
thing.
of the DM thing,
It's gonna make
sorry,
me
yeah, I
stupid.
just
No,
wanted to
you're
say this.
fine.
On top of the DM thing, it's now easy to fake like celebrity deepfake voices.
Yeah, that's
So
true.
there's
There was
voice
a
changers.
Is it
Like,
this
Uh-huh.
one too?
There's the one against like Andrew Tate or something. Everybody has been like making these fake phone calls. I was like, oh, like I fucking hate you, bitch. I'm gonna pin you down, and you can't do anything about it. And everyone was like, well, everybody could just remake that, and 1,000 people just remake those because there's these voice apps, these AI apps that replicate celebrities' voices that you can sound just like them. Turn it
Right.
into a phone call and be like, hey, this guy's a rapist. He said this, and a lot of people believe it because it sounds real, but it's not.
Yeah.
You have found the
Yeah,
Yeah,
no, there was a
absolutely.
home of the old
Deep-
one?
deepfake technology is pretty whack now too.
Oh
Um,
yeah.
I re-
Should we segue into?
Yeah, no,
I
this
was
is
gonna
your
say,
chance. It's your chance
So
to talk about it. I know
I-
you wanted to talk about it.
I know. So long story short, Twitch, big guy. This guy named Atrioc. He is. I mean, he's.
Oh, I thought you said ISO.
He's well known. I guess he's definitely got more of a niche following. He likes to do like marketing Monday videos, and so like 2-3 days ago on stream,
Do you have a
he
weapon?
opens up his stream, he alt tabs, and then there's deep fake porn of people who are like other streamers who are basically his coworkers
Oh my.
on like. And the thing is that this wasn't just something he could have gotten for free. This wasn't like something he could have gotten for free. This is like he had to pay for this stuff.
Bro.
Yeah.
And so what was even fucking worse is he comes out and he does this like apology stream, yada yada, and it's him just crying and his wife sitting there as well. He's got a wife.
Of course.
He's got a wife.
What?
And they're both sitting there. They're just like, "Oh, boo-hoo! It was my bad. I didn't mean to. I was morbidly curious."
yeah, because
The YouTube apology.
their income just plummeted. They got no income anymore. That's their livelihood. They make
Yeah.
so much money off of Twitch, and it's like so. Of course, they're gonna sit there and cry.
Yeah, exactly. I don't think Do I think that this is going to take his career temporarily at best? But I mean, it's just fucked up because I mean, the deepfake shit. It's like, you're basically making porn of somebody without consent. That's the like simple part. That's just like this simplified version. You're just taking somebody. Somebody could like take their fucking coworker, and then put their face on somebody else, and then be like, ooh, it's fucked up.
Yeah.
Adventurers are at risk of losing a
Yeah,
kid.
it's
Oh, yeah, Orton. Alright,
that whole
continue.
situation. For one, you're streaming. That's your job. How do you
Exactly.
get caught with that? How do you get caught with your pants down? You know what I
And
mean?
second off, these are these are like people are basically your coworkers. You're like
Yeah.
you talk
Yeah.
with them, you know them personally. Like that's just the fucked up.
Well,
part.
and you collaborate with them. That's the biggest part of a coworker is the collaboration part.
Exactly.
Yeah. I wouldn't feel comfortable
Oh, yeah,
if, if I
know.
was on Twitch and I find out one of my fellow Twitch streamers was watching deep fake porn of me. That would be pretty
And then
pretty
there's
interesting.
once again, like I said, I'm a bit of like a just chronic internet person. Whenever I'm just like chilling, and I'm looking on Twitter, and there's all these people who are like defending him. It's like, I, like I just where do these like where do you draw the boundary? Like how is
Right.
this okay to some people? I don't get
Right.
it. I simply
Yeah.
just don't get it. I mean,
Right.
I don't know.
Hey, Eden, can I ask you a question real fast?
Yeah, what's up?
Are you recording too, right?
Yeah.
Okay, I'm just making sure my OBS just crashed.
Yeah, no,
That's
I've
I'm
got,
also
nice.
I've
recording.
got Audacity and OBS.
All right,
open.
I just.
What, should I start recording too? Are all of us going to be recording?
I think.
Yeah,
That's what we did
Dylan,
for,
just
the
vote.
first. That's what we did for the first session.
I'll just
Yeah.
use my phone.
I was gonna
Yeah.
say, film with your phone like this. Just go like,
Yeah,
yeah, I
you
got
have
it,
to
guys.
use the landscape view. You can't do it like this. At least landscape.
Yeah.
Yep.
Well, no, make it vertical. Make it vertical.
It'll
Yeah,
be
'cause
better
then I
for
can turn 'em into
shorts.
shorts.
Exactly.
Yep,
What's
like that.
You need to be like that one Mexican kid who was playing. Like, he disconnected. Hey, disconnected. That's what you need to do in the screen.
I'll
goes
just be in
by.
my underwear. He
Yeah.
disconnected.
Yeah.
Look, guys, he used stun. He is not
Look,
supposed to use stun.
He's just fat ass is naked in front of the TV.
No, you guys remember that meme where it's that dude who's like such a bad bitch, and the screen like glitches out and turns black, and it's like Wings of Redemption fat with his gun. He's like, God damn! He's so
Yeah.
sick.
God damn it. He starts laughing. Because he fucking knows.
He's like, oh god damn.
The fact that he posted that on the internet too is just hilarious, man. That is,
He's a legend.
dude. Actually,
Absolutely.
you know what's been pissing me off lately, right? About
Uh-oh.
meme culture on especially Instagram, right? Is I follow a whole bunch of Instagram meme accounts, right? And I'm not even kidding you. It's not safe to open up Instagram anymore if out in public because
Yep.
straight up, I'll be opening up at work, on my break, just doing whatever, trying to see some memes, and I see just a fucking girl with fishnet fucking bras, and just her tits are obviously visible because they're fishnet. I'm like, I don't want to see this, man. I'm trying to look at my memes. You know what I mean? It is
You know what's-
absolutely ridiculous.
There's something that's even funnier. So yesterday I was at the gym,
I want wings.
right?
Should I order some wings
sitting there between sets, and I open up my Instagram, and it was the same thing, but it's a chick I know.
Oh no!
What?
Yeah,
Oh,
it's
no.
yeah, it's a chick that we know from Hunter's friend group.
Huh.
But yeah, and thing is too, she has a boyfriend, and she posts photos like that. And
That
it's
is-
like
that's
first thing I
whack.
saw
Like
it open
the-
up in the gym. I'm like, oh, I know her. Oh god, fucking keep scrolling.
Is it like
Yeah.
the fishnet type ones or?
No, it was bra and panties, but then it had
Huh.
gamer girl on it.
Gross.
Fuck.
She like posed in front of
Gross.
the mirror.
That's
Yeah,
disgusting. bro.
Since when has Instagram become a porn page? It's basically
know.
like just softcore porn.
Okay, so let me,
Yeah.
let
The
me tell you this
Fortnite
right
porn
now.
pages.
Let me tell you this right now. So
True.
Evan may remember, but long ago, but not that long ago, like in high school up until about senior year, I helped to add this guy admin a meme page. He never really touched it until he sold it because he needed bail money because he moved to the Midwest
Right.
in California, and he got busted for having weed, and he sold it without even saying anything. And yeah, I was like, wow, okay. But no, I ran this page, and these people aren't getting paid more than like $20 to $30 per ad. They're not making as much as you think they are.
Yeah.
I mean, maybe some are. Some of the really big ones are maybe making like 50, 100, but most of them are making no more than like 20 to 30 bucks on this shit.
That's
Right.
not even worth it. Because
No.
the hate that
Yeah.
you get from your followers and stuff, like,
Exactly.
It destroys
Just
your
get-
audience.
yeah,
It
just get a
does.
job, man.
It does, and
Yeah.
admittedly, like the good thing is, like I guess when I was working on that, I like did that page. I was in high school anyway. I didn't need a fucking job, I didn't need like money, so I never really like post ads in there. But unfortunately, it's totally gone. No trace of that shit left because the guy sold it, and the person who owned it started posting ads and shit, and probably went against Instagram's TOS, and now everything's just gone.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, that's pretty whack, man. Cause like I understand having ads and everything. That's fine. I get it. You're a part of the content creation now, I guess, right? By posting memes. Pretty easy work, right? But when
Very easy.
when
Yeah,
I
yeah,
go down,
absolutely.
yeah, you still a meme, which is fine. It's part of the culture. It's part of the grind, right? But when I go to your feed and like every like meme, every couple memes, there's an ad with like this OnlyFans chick, like, oh, her OnlyFans is free, and it's the fishnet shit. I actually saw one today that this one fucking killed me. I don't know if I don't know her name or whatever, but there's this midget one, right?
Yes,
It's really-
the midgets.
Yes.
There's two of them,
Yeah.
and they
Yeah, the-
collaborate. They work
Yeah.
together.
Yep, I saw the fishnet one today with the midget fishnet one, and I'm like, oh no, they're evolving. It's ridiculous,
I feel like
man.
being into midget porn is like borderline pedophilia. Let's be real.
Oh, dude, there's this chick. There's
Yeah.
this chick. Hold on. There's this chick with this one dude. This dude's like, I wish I had a picture of him. Let me see if I can find it real quick. But basically, what it is, this dude's dating, and he's like a pretty ripped guy. He's dating this one chick who looks like a 13-year-old, and the internet blew up on them. Dates
Or left.
13-year-old, young looking
To the left.
chick. Come on, where's it at? Wait, I'm about to get looked up on the internet.
Wow,
see.
this is a
Or,
certified,
not looked up on.
certified
There it
watch
is.
list moment.
Yeah, I know, right? Here it is. I found it. It was the first thing I fucking popped up to. All right, I'm gonna send it to the general.
Oh my god.
All right, where's it at? Fuck you. Get out of the way.
Oh my Jesus. Alright, you need to-
What did you send earlier, Ian?
Wrong general. Wrong general.
Hop on Overwatch.
All right, where is it at?
At everyone, hop on Overwatch.
There it is.
Oh my god.
Oh, that is.
Oh!
I don't know.
I mean, she looks somewhat normal in the first photo, but that
Yeah.
second one, man, that is brutal.
Yeah, it's really weird because you can see the like she's obviously an adult. You can see the creases on her skin and whatnot, the age, right? You know, and
But
the
she looks like a
defined
child.
legs. Yeah, but she looks like a child from far, and I'm like, the internet kind of blew up on him, and I'm like, I'm kind of sided because I'm like, you know, they're both consenting adults, but at the same time, I'm like, well, you know, she's kind of young looking. You know, like, is there something weird going on here?
I don't know.
Yeah.
Hear me out, Seth. Hear me out.
I
Alright.
think we should
Here, what are we talking about?
Where are you going?
I'm a big fan of Justin Roiland, actually.
Cut to the
I'm
ad,
mad
cut to
at
the
them
ad,
for
cut, cut,
firing
cut.
him. They should hire him back.
Yeah.
Put on the midget ad. Put on the midget ad. Cut.
Our OnlyFans is free. But yeah, no, it's pretty whack, man. But there's this trend going on actually, that's been really making me mad. I don't know if you guys have seen this, but these women at the gym, like public gyms, like Planet Fitness and whatnot, right? Commercial gyms
Yeah.
would be working out, recording themselves, right? And I guess a guy will walk up, you know, say, "Hey, is this machines free?" Like you normally would, to be polite, right? I guess a lot of these women are fucking acting like that's sexual assault and sexual harassment, and they're posting it online. Like this is something that's been going pretty viral the last couple of days. It's kind of whack actually, because
I don't
I
understand.
saw.
What's their reasoning? Like, how is
I
it
don't know.
sexual harassment?
I don't know. Let me see if I can find it real quick actually. But yeah, no, this is I don't know, man. It's women who live on recruit difficulty.
It's like you walk up, and it's like, hey, how many sets do you got left? Because I want to use the machine when you're done. Rape.
Yeah,
that.
almost
Yeah.
pretty much exactly. It's pretty whack. Let me see if I can
Yeah.
find one that
Today's
isn't.
a-hole of the day is this woman
Let's
at the
see.
gym
Alright.
who was falsely
Whoa, that
claiming
is
this
loud.
man is being a
Okay,
creep.
we'll watch this together. All right. Oops, my bad. Didn't mean to start it. All right, y'all ready to watch it?
Yep.
Wait, let me join.
Oh.
Yeah. All
I
right.
gotta
All right.
figure out how to expand my screen.
It's
All right.
loading.
There we go.
Wait, restart it.
Today's
Okay,
a-hole
alright.
of the day is this woman at the gym who was falsely claiming that this man is being a creep.
I hate this. I hate when there's Sweeties. Makes me so uncomfortable.
But you're filming him.
Feral, like fucking feral.
I think he's waiting to use the weights,
There's
maybe?
mirrors everywhere, so it's like you
Oh, he's on a
can't
machine.
catch people. Act.
Working
So
out.
this is nothing. Okay, we're gonna
Of course, she's doing hip thrusts. Just one of those
I
girls.
like how this whole time
Yeah.
he's actually not staring. He glanced over. I might not look like it, but I do go to the gym, and you just glance at other people working out.
5 pounds. And these other weights.
She's trying to load up a bar, and it's hard to do that on the ground if you're doing those types of
You
exercises.
don't have to do that. It's okay. No, it's okay. I got it. Thank you, though.
Literally just trying to be nice. That's it.
Yeah, so that's what's been going on. It cut out the part where I think she had subtitles. If this is the same chick too, it had subtitles of me contemplating killing the entire male race or whatever she said. I think
What?
that's the same chick. There's another one too I was trying to find, but I guess I can't find. Um, but yeah, that's been going on in the last few days. Shit like that. She's actually one of the main ones who got blown up or blown up. And people are calling her out. I think she might have made a public apology. I hope so, but who knows? She's a girl living on recruit difficulties, so I don't
It's just
know.
so stupid. It seems like bait.
Yeah,
Like it seems like
it's-
she's
It
baiting
is.
people to get upset at her for that. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
Like
And
that's
when-
Yeah.
but I don't think it is. Like that's just what it seems like.
Yep. And when I'm hearing Farrell, I'm like, just shut up, bitch. Shut up, bitch.
Right?
You know? And it's like,
I'll show you Farrell is what I'll do.
yeah, it's pretty ridiculous. And I get it, you know, I get it. You want to go to the gym, you don't want to be looked at. I get that, but sometimes, and I'm gonna sound like a big asshole saying this, sometimes some of those girls, like the Planet Fitness I go to, me and my fiance go to, you know, there's a couple girls in there that wear the really tight booty joggers, or not joggers, the leggings, right, and the crop
Mhm.
tops that come up just right below the cleavage, right, and I'm like, you know, you're dressing pretty interesting. I go in my fucking my Razorback hoodie and my joggers, my baggy joggers. I don't care how I look, you know what I mean? And it's pretty whack, you know. And when you dress like that and people give you a glance and everything, that's just people being people, you know.
Yep.
Maybe they find you attractive as long as they're not being creepy. You know, that dude wasn't staring. That was a glance for 2 seconds and looked away. I thought staring was just like, wake
Yeah,
up,
staring
Joe
is at
Biden.
least 15 seconds. Let's be
Yeah.
real. I would say that's like the threshold. Maybe it's a bit less
Yeah.
than that, but
Yeah, like that old guy, like, wake up, Joe Biden. Wake up.
Joe
That shit.
Biden, wake up! You have
Wait.
7. Sorry, you have. Doctor says you have 2 ill.
Yeah, it's. Go ahead.
So I was at the gym yesterday, and a chick came in wearing exactly that sports bra, like oddly small sports bra,
Whoop.
and really tight shorts. It wasn't like the legging shorts. It was more like
This is how to not approach girls
my
at the
bad, sorry.
gym.
it was more like the super short CrossFit shorts.
Yep.
And she walks in, and she works out like she's trying to fuck, basically. It's really weird. So on the
Yeah.
treadmill, she's walking like a model, like hip on or hand on her hip, and she's walking like this on the
yeah,
treadmill.
you show us, Jesse.
And then she flips her hair, and then she goes to lift weights, and she literally stretches like this. She's like
Oh yeah. Yeah.
like that. And when she's lifting weights, she's like she's over sexualizing lifting weights, and then she dresses as little as she can, and like it's like she's lifting weights to have sex or something.
I was just.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh. Yeah.
And then the funniest thing is when she
This
left the gym. Is
Turn it off.
stop playing this.
Sorry. My bad.
When she left the gym, she was wearing the baggiest clothes possible, over like super like sweatpants, super baggy hoodie, with the hood up. It's like what?
Yeah.
Yo, to
Like-
be fair, it's cold outside right now, so.
Oh well, that's true, but I
Yeah.
don't know.
People who do that, like people who go to the gym to get like noticed and everything, and that's why I prefer private gyms, because like, or not private, but like the power lifter gyms and the bodybuilder gyms. Like there's just one I go to
Right.
called Hudson Gyms. I don't really go too much anymore because it's farther away now, but I love going there, man, because it's usually quiet. It's dead there most of the time when I go, and it's not like Planet Fitness where I have those chicks who just go in there who like dress like they want to get noticed, and I'm like, dude, people are just trying to like get fit here, maybe
Yeah.
bulk up. I don't know what they're trying to do. People are just trying to here to work on themselves, you know. And when you come in here and do that stuff, Man, it's whack. The other day, actually, I went in there and I was a little high, just going in there. Nothing too bad while working out, and I was getting a little paranoid because I was like, I don't want to like look at somebody and then like just glance over and then think, oh my goodness, this dude's just staring at me, just like that. And I'm like, I don't want to be accused of that, man. And just being accused nowadays can ruin your reputation at
Oh,
that
yeah.
gym, you know. And I don't want to be posting on TikTok. I mean, I don't use TikTok. I don't want to be posting on it. You know what I mean? That's my biggest fear, you know. And I feel like that's kind of the toxic gym culture is what it's going to now.
That's
With
why
all
you
this
only
stuff.
look at men.
Yeah. Well,
Real as fuck.
yeah, yeah. There's this one. Let me show you guys this. This one killed me. This is a little older.
Being a
Oh,
pervert.
shut up. All right, no, I don't care about you. All right. Let me see. That's a lot longer than I wanted to. Let's
I don't
see
go
this
to the
one.
gym wearing a stringer.
Okay. All right. Well, fuck. Where is it at? This one, the one I'm trying to show you is a pretty old one. Let's see. What's up, Joey Swoles?
Oh my god, he on X Games.
What is
What
this
upsets me
audio?
most about this video is somebody in the comments said they would slap the wrinkles off this man for disrespecting you. Meaning, this man deserves to be hit for looking at you for a few brief seconds, and you liked and supported that. In the video, you say minding your own business. Well, in reality, when you're filming in a public space, you're not really minding your own business. It's okay to do that, but you need to be respectful of others. You also say normalize not staring. You were in this man's peripheral, you picked up some weights, he looked over for a few brief seconds to see what you were doing, then he looked away to mind his own business. I do this. You're in a public space. People are going to look at you. There's a difference
all right.
between staring
Yeah,
like a creep
That's fine.
and simply
We
looking
know
at
that.
somebody to
But
see
yeah,
what they're
that
doing.
shit like that, right?
Women are
Like,
harassed and disrespected. in
okay,
gyms.
that's one of my
You
biggest
are
things
not.
too. It'll happen to the Planet Fitness I'm going to. People filming themselves at workout machines, and I'm like, dude, what are you doing?
Yeah,
Like
it's kind of
it's fun.
annoying.
Yeah, and it's like I don't want to walk in front of you. I'm sorry, and but like you're recording in a public space. What are you doing?
Yeah.
You know, um,
And
it's
and people get
ridiculous.
really tight too when you walk in front of the camera and stuff, but
Oh
they'll be like
yeah,
recording across the aisle.
I know, right? That doesn't happen too lot at a whole lot in my gym, but that one that happens a lot is the locker room stuff, and I can't do that. That to me, I'm like, dude, this is the locker room. You shouldn't be recording in here. You know what I
Yeah,
mean?
no kidding, right? People are
Yeah.
getting changed and shit.
Yep, yep. There's I've seen a lot of compilations on Instagram about this. Let me show you this one I found a while ago.
You're above 100. Oh, sweet. Okay, you can take.
Yeah, I saw that one, I think.
Yeah, okay.
It's not working for y'all as well.
Is it not working? Oh, is it not working for you?
It's not hard to miss somebody's camera.
Yeah, well,
It's
guess,
like
guess
also
what?
not that big of a deal. They were in the
It's
frame
really
for like
not.
not even half a second.
Yeah, also too, you're also like how many feet away from the camera? Like, and you're
Right.
doing first off, you're doing deadlift. Who does deadlift nowadays? Well,
Yeah, no
actually, a lot of
kidding.
people.
Yeah.
A lot, a lot,
yeah.
a lot of people do deadlift, but
It's the most useless
deadlifts.
workout.
It's pretty bad for you.
Yeah.
If you're gonna do deadlift, there's plenty of ways to work out those muscle groups because deadlift is so dangerous for you. Like for one,
Yeah.
it's
I
the
know.
easiest one to get a hernia with. And
Yep.
secondly, too, if you don't do it wrong, right, and dude, I've done deadlifts wrong before. I'll tell you what, man, it fucks you
Fuck
up
up
for
your
a few days.
back.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Yeah.
exactly. And man, I'll tell you what, it's just yeah, but no, that's ridiculous. That is not what we call unexquisite behavior. You know,
Real.
yeah,
All right,
that's just that's.
sorry, my bad.
No, you're fine.
Let me
No, you're
ask
fine.
you
Go ahead.
something totally unrelated, but I think all of you may enjoy it, even though we didn't like mention this in the topics. What do you think of the new For Honor hero?
I
haven't even touched
seen
that
it. I
game,
haven't paid
bro.
attention to that game in a while.
I've never played For Honor.
I thought really.
Yeah, I still haven't played it
word.
yet.
Well, they're coming out with a new hero apparently. I thought y'all would know about this. My bad. Wait,
I've been out of the loop.
Yeah, no.
Yeah, no, we all have had sex since then.
Uh, hey Evan.
Yeah.
How are you doing? How
I'm
are you
doing
doing
good.
today? Yeah. Okay. Just checking. All right. Otherwise, anyways.
Okay,
Just
okay,
thought I would
all right.
mention it. Just thought I
No,
would
you're
mention
good.
it.
Yeah.
Nice.
So yeah, have we all heard about the Tyre Nichols situation?
Who's
Who's
that?
that?
So I was talking to Dylan about this earlier before we started recording. So recently, man, I'll tell you what. You're living under a rock. So recently, last few days, Memphis, Tennessee released Memphis PD released a all their body cam footage of an incident happened. What happened was 5 police officers beat a young adult to death. They're all black, so it's not like white on black crap, right? You know. So I guess maybe that's why it's not blowing up as much. But these police officers, to kind of give you some context and everything, right? Basically, what happened was, from what I've heard, I'm not 100% sure if this is how it happened, but I am 100% sure it was a traffic violation. I think he was just driving on the wrong side of the road. They pulled him over. Not the end of the world, it happens, right? Whatever. I guess the kid got spooked because they pulled him out of the car and they were cussing and screaming at him, and they pulled him out of the car immediately. And I guess the kid got spooked and started running, right? And that's when they started chasing him down, and they dropped him down to the ground. They started beating him with like batons and everything, right? And they were spraying mace at him. And what's really, I almost said funny. It's pretty funny, but also sad, right? The police were spraying mace at each other too, accidentally, right? That's how like vicious they were, right?
Yeah.
And this kid was yelling, "Mom, mom," and he was a block away from his parents' house, right?
My God.
And the police just kept beating on him and whatnot, right? And I saw some comments in the videos, some comments in some of the videos saying that if you turned off the video and just listened to it, it sounds like a gang attack. And I've heard from my boss that they're looking into the situation. There might be some gang related ties to it. And I'm like, yeah, maybe.
That
Because
is
like,
possible because that has happened in history, especially with cartel stuff. They will dress
yeah,
up as cops and ambush
yep.
people.
Well, they were all cops. That's
Oh,
100%. They were let go from the
they
force.
all
Yeah.
got fired. I'm pretty sure they
Yeah.
were either put on administrative leave or were fired.
I think they were fired. But yeah, no, they're all being faced with they're being faced with a bunch of charges, but they're all being faced with second degree murder. Um, so yeah,
Oh, they
it's
killed the
pretty.
kid.
Yeah, they killed the kid. He died of a blood
Oh,
hemorrhage. Yeah, he died or brain hemorrhage.
shit.
Sorry, he died of a brain hemorrhage. Yeah,
Oh,
they beat him so bad. And what's even sadder too is when the EMS showed up, right? They both got fired. The two guys who showed up, they both got fired because they took them 20 minutes for them to start rendering aid after they showed up.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
it's like,
Wow.
yeah, it is
Wow.
pretty interesting, man. It's pretty sad situation. I
So,
actually go ahead.
no, sorry, go ahead. Just finish what you were saying.
No, you're fine. I was watching I watched one of the body cam footages, and halfway through it, man, I had to click off, dude, because it's just
Yeah.
enraging to watch. It's pretty whack.
So that reminds me, I can't remember when this was. I don't think it was that long ago, but I can't even remember where it was. But somewhere in the States, there was a SWAT raid, and the SWAT accidentally raided the wrong house.
Oh
Okay.
God, I remember this. Yeah.
They raided
Yeah.
the wrong house. They went in there, guns blazing, aimed it at the guy in bed. He had no idea what was going on. He was sleeping, minding his own business, like 3 in the fucking morning or something. He was
Right.
sleeping, minding his own business. Looks up, he has like 10 guys surrounding him with flashlights and guns pointing at him, right? And he's not the criminal. So his first thing is probably to think like, oh shit, I'm getting robbed. Grabs the gun under the pillow because he doesn't know it's the cops. He just
Right.
woke up and he's guns blazing, pointed right at him. Pulls the gun out and they shoot him to death. And then after they
Jesus
realize, oh,
Christ.
we raided the wrong house.
Fucking like,
Yeah.
you say like, oops, daisies. My bad.
Well,
Didn't mean to.
and that happens a lot. Like this was back in the kind of the golden era of like Xbox 360, PS3, Call of Duty toxicity, and there was a fight going on between two people, both online, and they were
Oh, I
threatening
know
to,
this
to
story.
swat each other. And so one person was like, all right, I'll give you my address. You can swat me. And then they gave one just some random address. And then the other person called the police, and that house got swatted, and it was the same thing. They came in there and they killed the person, and
Yep.
those two people actually ended up getting charged, and they got in a
Yep.
lot of fucking trouble because they were responsible for somebody's death. Isn't
Yep.
that crazy how you could get so mad over Call of Duty that you get somebody killed? That's crazy, man.
Is how much of that blame can you put on the kids? Because at some point you got to think like, you know, the no-knock warrants are like a major problem as well. You know, like just the amount of people that have like been injured, just like all of the issues with no-knock warrants in the past. It's really
Well,
something that should be
I mean, it's
taken
definitely
well,
on the the SWAT too,
It's
but
on
like,
everybody
yeah.
at that point. You know,
yeah, but like
there's
the kid
nobody in the
still
back.
swatted
Well,
some normal dude, you know,
you got
even
to
if
think
like
about
the
this.
person they were trying to,
You
wasn't
got to
it.
think about this though. You got to think of this though. For one, they're both the kids are 100% involved in that guy's death. Swatting is
Oh
very
yeah,
serious
absolutely.
because you got to think of it from the police standpoint, right? They get a 911 call, right? And they're like, "Hey, I have my family. I'm going to kill them and I'm going to kill myself. Or I killed my family and I'm going to kill myself." Right? Something like that, right? And so they're expecting, holy shit, we might have a hostage situation, right? Or we have a active shooter situation. We got to get this under control. That's the information they know with, right? They don't know this is a fake incident, right? And so when they go knocking on the door, right? And I think I remember the situation. He came out with a Wii remote, right? And they ended up shooting him because they thought it was a gun or whatever, right? Which again, I don't blame them. It's a Wii remote, but you got to think about it though. That's a high stress situation
Yeah.
because that's domestic disturbance, believe it or not, even though it's an active shooter situation, right? And domestic disturbances are the worst calls to go to the police because you never know what's going to happen. And so I'm not defending the police, don't get me wrong, in that situation either, but I'm also not putting all the blame on them either because they go in knowing, hey, there's some kid in there who's going to kill his parents, or he already killed his parents, or he's going to kill the whole neighborhood, something like that, right? What are they supposed to do from there? Knock on the door and be like, "Oh, hey, are you going to kill your parents? Are you the guy who's going to kill her parents?" Right? You know what I mean? And it literally takes milliseconds for a life to, for something life threatening to go down, right? And sometimes you can't spare those milliseconds,
Yeah.
and that's
Yep.
that's I think that's why that was forever ago. But I think that he had the Wii. If I think this guy had a Wii remote, I might be thinking of a different situation. But no, those kids definitely deserved everything coming to them because swatting is a very serious thing. It's a waste of time and resources. First off, but second off, too, you put people's lives in danger. You know,
It's a hard way to learn a very important lesson, I guess.
fuck around and find out.
Yeah.
It's yeah, it's yeah. That man, yeah. The whole police thing in the states right now is pretty messed up, man. And I'm definitely a police supporter. But I will tell you what, all the cops I've met, I've had several speeding tickets before, and most of the cops I've dealt with don't practice discretion, right? Where it's like, maybe that's not the word I'm thinking of, right? Or at your own discretion, right? Because it's like, well, I could give this guy a ticket who was going 10 miles over the speed limit, or I can let him off with a warning. And most of the time, dude, I'm gonna get a fucking ticket. And honestly, man, I know this isn't right, but that just kind of paints a bad image for all police with me. If I get pulled over, I'm getting a fucking ticket, so fuck you, you know?
Yep.
That's kind of the whole situation. And it's like there's my very first speeding ticket. I had this one state trooper, and state troopers the worst, by the way, for our Canadian folk out there. State troopers are the worst to deal with on traffic violations because they are almost always assholes, right? Um, it is ridiculous. There actually is a video I want to show you guys. This happened the last few years. This is an Arkansas state trooper. This happened somewhere close to me. Um, so do y'all know what a actually, I want to explain it anyway. So a pit
Pit
maneuver
maneuver.
is yeah, it's where a police vehicle basically hits their front end to the vehicle they're chasing, their back end, they spin them out. Um, and well, there was a situation in Arkansas where this pregnant lady was speeding, and she was, I'll just let the video play out. Oh, there's an ad. All right. All
Oh,
right.
there's not an ad for me.
Wakanda forever.
Wakanda forever. All right. All right, come on.
It might be a US ad because I actually don't have that.
Yep. All right, here it is. Oh, that is really fast.
Whoa.
Spoiler alert, that's what happened.
Jesus.
Why was she speeding?
They hit the inside wall.
Yep.
They rolled over. Give me
that the county that this took place in, they
Yep.
specifically posted on their like Facebook like their Facebook page. They're like, if you're pulled over and you don't feel comfortable, getting out of your car in the middle of the highway, like please put on your warning lights, try to find the nearest exit, and they specifically said in the post like put on your warning lights and slow down, which is like
Yep.
that's what that lady did, and
Yep.
I mean shit, you fucking pit maneuver 'em? Really?
Yep.
They've got
Yeah.
the warning lights. You could see it through like the start of the video, and it's just I don't know. I don't even know.
Yeah. So some context about that as well. That actually, that incident actually changed pit and maneuver. It reformed the pit and maneuver policy statewide in Arkansas. But
Yeah.
what happened was she was speeding. I don't know how fast she was going. Doesn't matter. State trooper was trying to pull over, and they were going over a bridge, and so she put her hazards on, and she was trying to find a spot for the police to feel comfortable with, and or not feel comfortable that police can step out, right? Because you're not going to pull over the side of a bridge, right? That's stupid. And she slowed down to 40 miles an hour, and for the speed limits, I think 65 to 75. I'm not sure what it was, but she was speeding, right? It's 65 to 75, so she slowed down pretty drastically, right? And she had her hazards on, and the dude pit maneuvered her. And let's see if we can fast forward a little bit to the video and see what the response is.
MS started.
Oh. Come on. Oh. Here we go. Listen to this.
All right.
All right. Watch this.
Can you get out? Come on out. Come out this way, right here. Come out this way. Can you come out? Yeah. Hold on a minute. Can you get out your passenger door? Here, I'm gonna move this. Watch your head. Why didn't you stop?
Because I didn't feel like it was safe.
Well, this is
That's heartbreaking, dude.
Watch
Yeah.
your head.
Yep, and that's what Ian said earlier. If you see the text underneath the vehicle. Yep. So he I think he still works for the police force, that police officer. But yeah, no, that whole situation is pretty sad. That's
Yeah.
and that's again officer discretion, right? I'm not a police officer. I'm not gonna backseat police a police officer, right, man? But I'll tell you what, even good cops have bad days. I get that, man. But I'll tell you what, your job is really important, right, for the safety of the public people. And when you have a bad image, right, you got to get that shit under control. And shit like that, to me, he's just like, can you get out? I'm like, I mean, he's probably concerned. I get it, right? But his own tone and everything, he's just like, "Can you get out?"
He
Well,
just doesn't
this is what
care.
happened. Exactly, and it's like, dude, you just pit maneuvered. Fucking, he doesn't know she's pregnant at the time. I get that, but you just pit maneuvered a lady. I'd be like, hey, let me help you out, right? You broke the law by speed, you traffic violation, but let me help you out, right? This just fucking let me get you out, like. And she was like, "Oh, I was trying to pull over. It's safe." And he's like, "Well, this is where you ended up then." And it's like, "What the fuck, you man?"
Yeah.
She
That's
just totaled her
terrible.
vehicle.
And even the fact that he resorted to pit maneuvering in a situation like that is completely malicious because,
Yep.
I doubt her vehicle's faster than the police vehicle. She wasn't
Oh.
trying to escape. She was going below the speed limit. It was malicious. Like it was literally just he resorted to violence instantly.
100%.
So
100%. It's that she, like I said, she sued she sued the state police over that, and she won the case. It wasn't reported how much no, it was a settlement, right? It wasn't reported how much the settlement was, but she also, her main thing, which is pretty admirable of her, she was like, I'm not I don't have any anger towards the specific trooper, but I wish the policies would be reformed, right? For situations like these can be reported and or avoided. And yeah, no, the policy did get reformed. I forget what it was. It doesn't really matter though. It just makes it harder to pit maneuver. It makes it harder for a police to be justified during that, right?
Right.
And it makes it less vague because I think the previous policy is more vague than what it is now. But yeah, that's besides the point though. That's pretty prime example of police discretion. Shit like that is what gets people cold blooded. It makes them cold bloodedly like angry. It's pretty sad, man. It's this world we live in now. But yep. So Ian, you said you had to go.
Yeah, if y'all don't mind, I gotta head out
Yep.
No.
early.
Yep. That's
I
okay.
don't know
Yeah.
if y'all want to end it off right here. If you just want to keep going for a bit
Yeah.
longer.
Yeah. I mean, I'm all right. I think we covered everything we wanted to
Yeah.
cover.
Yeah, we'll
Yeah.
Probably end it here.
We've been going for actually just about an hour, 55 minutes.
Yep. All right, everyone. Well, thank you for watching the. Yep. Thank you for watching the second episode of the Exquisite Boys. Again, Dylan's not getting paid for this.
No, he's not.
He's
how
not.
did he even make it to the second episode in the first place? Fairly surprising.
Yeah. I know,
Once
right?
again, I'm filling in for our addict friend who wasn't able to be here
Yeah.
today.
Yeah. He
Yeah.
overdosed.
We're gonna break
All
your
right.
kneecaps.
Yeah.
After
Yeah.
this, you're going out back. We're going
Yep.
to take you out back. Okay.
Yep. So yeah, we now have an Instagram and a TikTok, right? Isn't that right, Jesse?
Yep.
Yes, we do.
So that'll be
And
linked down in the. Go ahead.
Yeah, actually, yeah, we'll link it in the video. I've been editing the shorts and all that.
Yep.
I do YouTube Shorts, TikTok, Instagram. Links in the description. So
Yep.
yeah.
Yep. So please make sure to like, comment, and subscribe. And if you have any suggestions or if you want to be a guest, right, just leave
Oh,
a
we'd
comment
love
down
to
below.
have guests. That'd be
Yeah,
awesome.
we love. Yeah, we would. And if your name is a Sergeant Slaughter 67, please message us, Dad.
Or Creeper Gamer 7.
Yeah, Creeper Gamer 7, please message us. All right, everyone, you take care.
Have a good night, everybody.